A city council meeting in Tulsa, Oklahoma, caused some drama after an outgoing city councilor decided to invite a pagan priestess to deliver a prayer at a meeting. Now, look, I love these stories. Why? It's because it shows you exactly what the so called religious freedom freaks are actually about. And it's not about freedom. No. Public Radio Tulsa reports that outgoing Councilor Patrick brought in pagan priestess Amy McAdams to deliver an opening invocation at a meeting that included nods to the Gorgonea, champions of equality and sacred rage, and Medusa, monstrous hero of the oppressed and abused. Awesome. In an interview with Public Radio Tulsa, Patrick said that she wanted to share one little part of myself before I left office, and emphasized the Greek goddess Medusa is traditionally known as a fighter of injustice, especially for women. That's definitely a side of the story that you don't hear. Okay. Now it turns out back in the 1970s, I don't know if you knew this, some of you might, feminists adopted her visage as a symbol of female rage, which seems appropriate. One of the first to use it was a Journal of Liberation in their issue 1, volume 6 for 1978. So the cover featured the image of the Gorgon Medusa by Froggy Lupton, which the editors on the inside cover explain can be a map to guide us through our terrors, through the depths of our anger, into the sources of our power as women. All right, hey, it seems like an apt symbol during a time where symbols of strength now are needed more than ever. Okay, we have a sexual predator that is about to become president of the United States for a second time. Yeah. And so, and not only that, but you have a lot of members of his cabinet that are also incoming that have been accused of sexual either assault or harassment. And so, yeah, seems to be a problem here. Now, writer Elizabeth Johnston writes, Medusa is widely known as a monstrous creature with snakes in her hair, whose gaze turns men to stone. Through the lens of theology, film, art, and feminist literature, my students and I map how her meaning has shifted over time and across cultures. In so doing, we unravel a familiar narrative thread. In Western culture, strong women have historically been imagined as threats requiring male conquest and control, and Medusa herself has long been the go-to figure for those seeking to demonize female authority. So, yeah, I mean, I cannot think of anything, any kind of symbol that is more, I don't know, needed in this age where you have a massive right-wing regression in culture and female empowerment. Okay. Now, getting back to Krista Patrick. So, why is she leaving office? Did she get voted out? Not necessarily. She served in her position. The end of her term is 2024, obviously, and she decided not to run again after 6 years of serving in her position because she doesn't have another job. Wait, what? So now Patrick had lost her job at the Tulsa University after they decided to cut several degree programs in 2019, shuttering the theater department. Okay, city council is considered a part-time job, meaning counselors must already have additional employment or be able to find a second job. She said, quote, I just can't really afford to feed my family and do city council without that full-time employment. So, all right, that makes sense. City council, unpaid. Now, she also had called out the Good Old Boy Network in City Hall and noted that, quote, part of the reason why I quit going door to door is that the people that were home, I got sexually propositioned 37 times. Jeez. Wow. All right. So the more I read about her, the more badass she is. Okay. That said, some of her fellows not too happy about her invitation to McAdams, which drew quote unquote swift condemnation, not only from angry locals who accused her of being demonic or Satanist. That's right.
It's the devil. Okay.
Okay. Or inviting evil into our city and our household. but also from Oklahoma's Republican governor and the state superintendent. Governor Kevin Stitt, for example, said this, quote, "Satan is trying to establish a foothold, but Oklahoma is going to be a shining city on a hill. Tulsa City Council needs to stand strong against actions like this, and Tulsans need to remember who allowed this at the ballot box." But that would be you guys, all you religious, freedom of religion weirdos, right? I mean, the ones who want religion in city council meetings and religion to be pushed on kids and in daily life. Well, you asked for that. Hey, I believe in religious freedom. I just believe in it for everyone, including the pagans, including the Satanists and the Christians. Religious freedom means religious freedom for everybody, or at least it should, in theory. Now, obviously, these people, like Kevin Stitt, don't agree. Another person that doesn't agree is MAGA ass-kisser Superintendent Ryan Walters, who said this, quote, "Satanic prayers are welcome in hell, but not in Oklahoma." At this point, is there a difference? I'm sorry to the people living in Oklahoma, right? I didn't mean to say that, your home is hell, but it sounds like it. I mean, it really does. Sounds like a terrible place to live. Okay, and I'm just saying. That said, hey, Ryan Walters, don't you have some $60 Trump Bibles to kiss? With all your sucking up to do? Again, I love all these so-called freedom of religion people, okay? Telling people who believe in other religions, who practice other religions, that they're actually not welcome. Really exposes the rank hypocrisy here that has always been there. Especially when people like Patrick actually act more like a good Christian is supposed to than these two chuds. She had told Public Radio Tulsa, quote, "I hope that Stitt can find a place in his heart to focus on his own spirituality and not focus on those he is not informed about." See, yeah, that's the good old turn in the old cheek, right? Isn't that what you're supposed to do? No, but they don't. Look, here's the thing. Paganism is not demonic worship, okay? In order to be a Satanist, by the way, you would have to believe in Christianity, which, if you're a pagan, by definition, you don't believe in Christianity. So it's a different religion. Not that these people will ever understand that, because that involves, facts. It involves knowing things, and they're not exactly good at this, right? So that said, I gotta say, this is one hell of a send-off, all right? Because not only did she manage to piss off a bunch of hypocrites, which I love, but also in so doing, cemented herself as a certified badass. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.